Right, delivery time. Here we are. New products arrived. Let's take a look and see what we have. So, first is the 36102 pullback train set. You can see that one there. And we've got 28 pieces in this. This is using the pullback train that was released earlier this year. We did a number of videos testing that out. This time it's in red as opposed to blue. Comes with a matching carriage. And we've got some of the new curved station and track pieces as well. So that will be a nice set. I think also this straight is going to be an exclusive piece to this with the printed markings on that. So that's the pullback train. And then this one, I'm hopeful, is going to be the set we've been waiting for since we first saw it in January. Oh, it's a couple of sets. Okay. So, first, the 36120 Advent Calendar. So that's our sort of first look at that. So the picture on it. I'm going to save this one. Not going to open this one yet. Save that one until a bit nearer the time. But this is the 36114 Mega Spiral Set. It's pretty heavy. Surprised how heavy it is. So here you should be able to see we've got the spiral loop pictured here. Obviously it's a fire theme, new bridge piece coming over the top, battery engine with the fire branding on it as well, number of fire pieces, new sign by the looks of it too. If I flip it over, you can see we've got 73 pieces total. So fire helicopter, new bridge, the engine, signs, a couple of straights, 28 curves, and then this is what we're buying this set for. All of these stackable supports. So we've got 4 little ones, 4 the next size, 2 the next size, then 2, then 6, then 14 of the tallest ones. Now you remember, well, you may remember BRIO used to do incremental pieces. So one pillar would be the equivalent of 6 small increments that would allow you to gradually ramp up rather than using one of the ascending straights. So it'd be interesting to see size-wise how these compare against those, because I imagine something like this one is probably the equivalent of a standard pillar, and then this is going to be taller and then taller again. So yeah, be excited to pull this out and test it and try and build one of these spirals. Plus we can see here all these bits click together, and actually looking at it you can kind of see, I think if I bring this over here, there's a number on each one. 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 8. So I wonder whether that equates to those individual pillars. So so whether 6 is the standard sort of height. So a 2 and a 4 would be the equivalent height of just a normal pillar. So let's put those 2 there. Let's get these unboxed and take a look. Let's do the pullback train set first. Oh, new catalogue as well. Ah, this is interesting. So, new catalogue. Now, most UK fans will not know yet of this new series that BRIO are launching. It's something that they are launching called Flora. I believe in Europe it is launching now in autumn, but it's a whole new concept, this sort of floral concept, different animals and figures, but all sort of compatible. So we've got vehicles that are track compatible with curves built into it, so you can run railway into it. So that, as I understand, will be coming to the UK in 2026. So that will be something to look forward to then, and then the rest of the catalogue there. That's our track plan. Here we can see the pullback train and the carriage. Got the 2025 branding on it. Yeah, it's nice. Couple of trees, blue suitcase, new sign showing 3 different style BRIO engines, the travel train, the battery power train, the diesel locomotive, and the steam engine. Figure. This is a new figure. We don't have this one yet. I'm not sure if it's new to this set or whether it was previously in another set. Could be in some of the Smart Tech sets maybe. I don't own much of that range. We have a sign for a moose. Not quite sure why we've got a sign for a moose, but okay. We have a green moulded curve. In fact, we have 2 green moulded curves. And then we have also our steam engine sign there. Track wise, we've got a double pin switch along with 9 wooden bends, our 1 long D length straight with this sort of yellow hazard painting on it, which again, that's a unique piece. It's got a nice addition. That's the station. So these reversible plastic sort of clip-clap tracks, that sort of clips onto that, but allows you to, I think if we had 2 next to each other, the spacing, yeah, just as you'd expect from BRIO. So think of everything with these things. You could have that like that, so you could have multiple station pieces connected. So we've got 4 of those. Don't own any of these yet, so that's a nice new piece for us also. And then we've got our standard buffer. So let's have a look. Track wise, looks like we are doing 2 in, 2 out, bend, 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 green, switch, final bend. That's going to go on there, that one there, that sits in the middle, and then 3 more. 1, 2, 3, green track, 1, 2. A couple of signs, our figure, that clips on there, suitcase which can go in here. We also have the seat for it to sit on, and our train. Nice, like it. And let's see, we pull it back. So about just over halfway round on that first pullback. So obviously with this, you can pull it back a lot further. Little click. There you go. And then up. So just over 1 whole lap on a full pullback. So that's nice. I like it. That looks really good. We'll do a full sort of set review on this. Oh, still going at a later date. But for now, that's our first look at the 36102 pullback train set. So let's pop this away and then let's take a closer look at the Mega Spiral Set. Okay, so I've widened out a little bit for this one because I've got a feeling this set is going to need it. Let's do this properly. This is the 36114 Mega Spiral Set. So here we've got all our set list, battery instructions, and the new catalogue with the Flora series in it. We'll have an upcoming video talking more about that later on. Fire helicopter, similar to the existing fire helicopter. Yes, exactly the same. So that is good to know. Then, this is the new bridge. Oh, with some pieces inside it, okay. Lots of pieces inside it, okay. And more. Any more? Oh, yeah, there's. Let's just take that out. Okay, that's our sign. So, that's our double bridge. It looks long. I would say that's the equivalent of one of these. Not quite, slightly different. Okay. So, what sort of length track is it? I've got some A tracks here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that as a bridge, the equivalent of 3 of those, which should be the same as 2 of the long D lengths also. So I think that makes it the longest bridge that BRIO have made, because the current suspension bridge is not that long, and even the older suspension bridge, which was a little bit longer, is also not that long. So this now becomes, albeit unsupported, the longest single spanning piece of track I think BRIO have made. Let me know in the comments if I've missed a bridge. I think even the double track bridges, the grey and the green ones, aren't that long. So that's going to be coming very handy for future track layouts. So that's our bridge. Let's have a look at some of these other pieces. So we've got the signpost. So the new fire sign, all in red with the logo on it. Then one of the 2-pin grey wagons. Our blue ice cargo. And firefighter. Then in here, these all appear to be the flame rubber fires. So looks like we've got 4 of those. Right, now let's dive back in. Here's our train. Again, just little bits of packing like that just to stop the wheels getting damaged in transit. Nice to see. The rest of that is empty. So here we have a number of the supports. Again, nice to see, even though the supports were plastic, all the packaging is paper. So just cutting down on all that plastic waste, which we're very much here for. That's all of those. And then we've got another row. Click together. At the bottom here, I think it's going to be our pack of wooden track. So let's move that over to there. tons more large bends. Just what every BRIO collection needs. Oh man, I've literally got an entire drawer full of these bends. I don't think I could ever build a track using all of them. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have to add up and just see how many of these bends we actually own now. There you go, fun game. In the comments, let me know. If you got this far in the video, let me know how many bends I've got in our collection, or let me know how many of the large bends you've got in yours, because I can imagine that's probably the piece you have the most of. They tend to be in pretty much every set. So let's have a look then at all of these supports. So here, look, we can see this number 1 on it, and it's got the clips. So the number 1 there, got the clips, so we should be able to sort of lock our tracks in. That's nice and secure. Excellent. And independent as well, better than the ones that came on the grey rock supports. They were a little bit, sometimes would pop the track off, so it's nice to see these ones don't do that. So if that's a 1, that's a 5. This is a 4. We've got stripes on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's a 1, yeah, that makes sense. 4, small ones. That's a 2, a 1, we've got a 3, we've got a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm guessing these are the bigger, these are the 8s. Okay, so we've got a load of the 8s. How many did it say we get on this? 14. 14 of the biggest ones. So that's all of them there. Then the next size down we've got 6, which will be our 5s. Another one of those. Then we've got the 2. So 14 of these, 6 of these, 2 of the 4s, 2 of the 3s, 3, 2, 2, and 2. So 4 of the 2s, turn them round, and 4 of the 1s. Okay, we'll unwrap the rest of those in a sec. I think we'll build this set and then we will do a full deep dive into how these compare against like the old pillars and everything else. So let's get the rest of these unwrapped and just start building. My floor's becoming a bit of a disaster zone over there. These ones are a bit easier to unwrap. Right, okay, so that's everything there. We have our track plan also. So here we can see, correct way of doing it, make sure they're centered on the points, otherwise they will pop out. And then it looks like we've got instructions on how to build it as well, in layers. Right, okay, so let's make some space. Move all those bits out of the way, slide all of these over here out of the way. So this is going to be a figure 8. So we kind of want these on a bit of an angle. And then we'll have one down, one up. So I guess we'll probably build these evenly. Oh, it's a nice click. That sort of clicks in. That was quite a nice sound. Bring that there. So 1, 2. If you're anything like me, you're going to try and get all the numbers the same way around as well. 3. So 3 there. Put that one back in. Yep. Right, so then twist that a bit. That should be straight. That's solid, that is really solid. Love to see that. Right, number 4. Number 4 there. Okay, and then same on the other side. So 2. Did I put this the right way around? I did. 2, 3. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 3. Okay, so floor print, we've got on here what the floor print is, I think, the overall. Let's say, yeah, so it's just under 1.1 meters by 51 centimeters. Oh, it says it there. In total size. So actually, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger on the table, so that's useful because I suspect this will probably fit on the BRIO play table as well then. Number 4. Where's my number 4s? Maybe I should have put these in order. 4. There we go. Right. Okay. I'm feeling we're going to have to start doing some math soon. Right. So that's our first phase. Second phase, we need to do a 5. So we've got a 5 going on here. Then we've got a 5 going on here. Let's do one after the other. Okay, 5 and 5. Next, we're doing a 5 plus a 1. So a 5 and a 1. So 1 on top, 5 plus 1. So clicking together. Oh, nice and easy. Separating. Lovely. Will it go the other way? It will. And I wonder if we can get track through that as well. So something we can test. Right, make sure we stack my numbers up. Not that it really matters, but I'll know. And it will bother me. Right, 1 and a 5. Stack together. So then, yeah, 5 plus 2. So 2 more 5s, 2 2s. Okay. And then we're going to an 8 because 5 plus 2 is 7. So next up we've got an 8, and I'm guessing the 8 is going to go over the track. So we're putting 8s on all of these, would make sense. Oh, they just slide on so easy. Also means that now, with this set, with the amount of 8, so how many are we doing? All the way around to there, that's what I thought. With the amount of these, so there's 14 of these 8s, which is the equivalent of 2 doubles. the amount of new supports you're going to get for being able to build taller tracks. So we're having some real technical difficulties this morning. So this is the second time of filming this because both my cameras decided to cut out on the last one. So here we go again. So yeah, as we click each one of these in, each piece sort of clicks into its own slot, which helps hold it in, less likely to sort of pop out, and all held in nice and securely. We've noticed that some of these piers are sort of sitting on a bit of an angle. You might be able to see it from that angle there. Some of these are on a bit of an angle. Obviously it's not the natural incline for these bends to sort of go up in this sort of spiral shape. So that, I guess, is to be expected. And there we have it with the bridge all in. Now, one thing that I'm super impressed with is just how stable this whole setup is. Like, pop that back in. Like, you're not doing that with any other support or, you know, that BRIO have made. You move it 1 sort of centimetre and the whole track's fallen off. So the stability that these supports offer is fantastic. Now the other thing, the momentary glitch in the camera has allowed me to do is run and grab a battery. So we can now actually get the train running. We have our helicopter here. So put our pilot in our helicopter. I'm guessing that's probably wide enough. The helicopter can sort of sit on the top like that. And then obviously we can position sort of fires. Not sure if the train will derail. Let's see what happens here. Yep. But we've got, see, 4 different fire elements here. And our nice red sign fire there. Down, and then down it goes. But first impressions, really impressed with it. I think it's a shoe-in for top 5 sets in 2025. I'll have that video coming out in November ahead of the season buying period. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that button and let us know what you think on this, the Mega Spiral Set, as well as the 36102 pullback train set. And then obviously our advent calendar, which we've got in anticipation for daily videos in December. Going to try something a little bit different this year. So again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on all of that future BRIO content. See you then.